Okay, so we're taking let's the reviews of that game, that Ohio um game, and it looks like it's not that great. That's probably worth about what you pay for it, which is like $2. Um, but I got the Sea of Stars demo. It's supposed to be a Chrono Trigger like. um, I don't know if we can call this a JRPG because I don't think it's actually developed by a Japanese company, but it's a JRPG like, it's like JRPG is a weird genre because it is based on like country of origin. So yeah, I saw like working on the yeah. I was gonna put JRPG. I didn't put the name of the game in there. I put all the tags in there, and then I forgot to put the actual title of the game. Okay, and the title of the game is in the tags, but I forgot to put it in the actual game title field. Um, there we go. Are you are you kidding me? I hate it when YouTube does this. It says changes have been saved. Then it's I kind of go away to the page. You want to discard the changes? When I go back to the page, the changes are discarded. So how are the changes there, or are they, or aren't they? Usually they aren't, because okay, now the changes are here. Okay, hopefully this won't take too much longer than an hour to go through. I started a little late. Um, how to play? I'm assuming you play it like you play Chrono Trigger. Although, like, if this is really inspired by Chrono Trigger, it should not have a how to play thing. It should just have a building where you go and you learn about how to play. There should be a tutorial house. Okay, and use English. Pixel perfect? Okay, I'll leave it off, I guess. Well, I suppose if I really want pixel perfect, I'd be running it at 720p. Which, I mean, for you guys, it's 720p, but... Beastars has two main characters. Huh. Doesn't affect the story. It does not affect the story. I mean, I guess it's. Huh. This totally does not hide the Chrono Trigger inspiration already. Oh wait, that was awesome! Oh, well, right, the Elder Mist wasn't kidding. Okay, so we have a voice protagonist, or, well, a non-silent protagonist. But how would that affect the story if they're two separate characters? The eclipse will happen soon, but we're no closer to Rafe Island. Oh, we'll find a ship at this altitude. Ground level then? Only way to get from here anyway. I'll decide on. I'm not like. I'll decide on character voices later, like maybe when we play the full game, at some point in the future. There's too many other games coming out around the same time. That's like 2. So, Bull was inactive. Too bad we don't have a name to give it. Treasure tip. Traversing the world is a tactile experience. You can hoist up or jump off most ledges with A. I wish it could detect the fact that I'm using a PS5 controller. I mean, they have. I mean, I don't know. They have the assets, but I suppose they can't necessarily. Because I think Sony has like trademarked the controller. I don't know if they can actually use the PS5 controls on PC beyond just. Okay. This is odd. Immediately I have no idea where we're supposed to go. Oh, okay. So I have a hop. That's kind of bad game design. Like, if designers are taking criticism here, and I happen to be watching my video, you should have a prompt, or at least initially. Or just have this happen automatically, which might be a little harder to implement. You already designed it to require the use of a button, but I mean, okay, like Ellie, stop it! I'm trying to explain gameplay mechanics. So this is like, so from my standpoint, like I review and critique games from the perspective of information and interaction. So There's no information here. I have no idea that I could traverse this, besides the fact that I just happened to press the X button. Like, trying to figure out, okay, like, what do I do? I figured it out, like, kind of quickly, but that's, like, entirely coincidence. Like, there's no indication that I can do this. So you need to, like, tutorialize it in an organic way. Like, that would be a negative to information if I were doing an actual review score of this. As far as the interaction goes, why is this a thing? Beyond just... I don't know, like, there could be some interesting things to you know, this traversal mechanic, but, like, right here, it doesn't really do anything besides require you to exert yourself by pushing the button, and also, as a player, you had to figure out that that's what you're supposed to do. It's like... yeah. So, I mean, the simplest thing to implement, obviously, would be to just somehow let the player know, like, there could just be a button prompt. I'm not sure if that would be, like, every time you can do it, because then, like, you know, there wouldn't be necessarily much of a puzzle aspect if that's what you're going for. But you need to communicate to your player that this is something you can do. And then maybe beyond the first instance of it, you know, the player can figure out, okay, do I think I could use the A/X button here. Okay, I can harvest that. I mean, it might be in the how to place it section, I suppose. Like, in the game's defense. But I'm also more for, like, in-game tutorialization rather than... Okay, this is interesting. This has more of an isometric feel than Chrono Trigger did. Holds an enemy to another position, or you can heal. Boomerang. Didn't bounce? Okay. Okay. That's some, like, stick of truth mechanics. Maybe I'm sure there's other games that did it first. I think Super Mario RPG did. We got a sling ring. A few adventures later, our heroes make it to ground level. I'm guessing this is part of the tutorial that, or not the tutorial, the demo that is sort of skipping around through. For town of risk, a pirate crew promises to get them to Rafe Island in time for the eclipse, on one condition. It's not like you have other options. Still making a deal with pirates? Seem nice enough to me. Alright, here goes nothing. There was a trip to Lucent once, and they also had stools to sit on. After coffee, they explained they had to study for exam when the waiter said, "Oh, so not a small then, a medium. So I'm studying for finals. They apologized and gave you a large." Thanks again for the help. For what? I figured it's one of my many connections throughout the world. It's totally what happened in the wind tunnels. Scary stuff. Which I didn't need to hear since I was practically invented it. He started to show you someone in mid-conversation. I'll let it go just as long as you do not go on thinking I just learned that. They'll see how this would get a barrel to roll efficiently. Why is it the same time? Wow. This is really kind of awkward NPC dialogue. They're like not actually talking to the player, they're just talking to each other and you're just hearing them mid-conversation, which is unique? Captain Cliché's crew is here again. Somehow it feels like they have a more determined look about them. Well, it was less than 10 yards from my ship once. I'm telling you, I saw it with my own eyes, with less than 100 yards in front of my ship. I hear a spooky story, just light a campfire, I'll join you. Okay, so I think this is meant to be like a conversation. I'm telling you, saw it with my own eyes, with less than 100 yards in front of my ship. Oh yeah, well, less than 10 yards from my ship once. This is not good game. This is not good design. What you want to do is if you talk to either of them, it starts with the first half of the conversation. You just hear both of them talking to each other. So, I talked to this guy. We hear like maybe a bubble above his head where he says, I'm telling you what's out of my own eyes. Well, less than 100 yards from in front of my ship. Maybe have like an arrow or something, like, you know, a comic book thing, like a comic book tale. That now granted, this is probably like I think this is coming out. When is this coming out? Like it's coming out soon, so I'm probably late to the game in terms of playing the demo, but either position it in a way that where it's obvious that it's this character talking, or have a speech tale that points to the character who's speaking, and then the conversation just plays out, so you can hear both halves of the conversation no matter who you're speaking to or who you're listening to, I guess, in this case. The other way to solve it is just to have the first half of the conversation come from this guy, the second half come from that guy. Just switch it up, because like, even if we're like not playing the demo when we're just playing the game naturally, this is the entrance to the I'm pointing to it on my screen, but we're like right in front of what I'm assuming is the entrance to this pub. So naturally, we're gonna approach this guy first, and then we're just hearing the second half of a conversation, which is confusing and unnatural. And why even design it that way? I think the same thing goes for these two dudes. We naturally are going to be gravitating to this guy first, but we're hearing the second half of the conversation first, and it feels weird. It feels unnatural. It doesn't. It's like as far as we can figure. It also feels weird just within the setting that like they're just having this conversation back and forth, and whenever we happen to approach them, they say their half of the conversation. Like, this is terrible dialogue design. Like, maybe they're already gonna fix it in the final game based upon feedback, so I hope so. Because this is just, why do it like this? Like, conversations, when you go this way, conversations should be basically left to right. And then conversations on this end should be right to left, because that's where we're going. We're going to speak to this guy first. Although this guy's actually talking to us, apparently. And these two guys are just talking to us. So, I think conversations between NPCs should just play out automatically and in order of who's talking to who, with some indication of who's speaking, obviously. This is just not a good way of designing characters talking to each other. Please on the same side as how I do it. I think this is still backwards too. It also feels very out of context with that, whatever. So it's, I don't know. Look who it is. The deal stands. If you can beat Val Trade at arm wrestling, we got an item that needs fetching. After which Pirate's Honor will take y'all to Rafe Island. What do you say? Will you accept, I suppose? Every arm wrestling battle. Minigame time. I guess we have infinite tries. It's price button mashing. Beautiful. Beltray, you're up. Oh, you guys are too strong. It wouldn't be fair. I thought I was saying a real pirate. How cool is that? Alright, go easy on the poor fella. You got it, Valor. I'll be your challenger. Beltray. Captain? Go out, we can't leave without it. Aye, aye, Captain. Alright, tough one. When you look like ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Ellie. What? Uh-huh. Oof. Cheater. I'm sorry, Dave. That's the part where we agree on a no magic shirt rule. Ellie. Sorry, pal. Captain's orders. Kitty, that was awesome. This will be my best anecdote for sure. Show me again. Lucky we didn't ask about specifics. Give it a go when you had the chance to. There's innocence on the house. Valtrage truly is good at everything. You know it, pal. Since you lost the arm wrestling challenge, which wasn't even a minigame. I mean, granted, I get the script of the event, but I was kind of expecting a minigame. I don't know how you can design around that? Ellie, please stop acting like you're upset at me. But I am. You're not paying enough attention to me. I don't know if you can hear the meows. You should be able to, but I'm not sure if NVIDIA broadcast is calibrated to meows. As you lost the arm wrestling challenge, how about we discuss this little errand? I'm not even sure why they bother having the arm wrestling challenge if they're just going to scripted win it anyway, but okay. Yeah, they're probably just setting up something for later. I don't know. You make a good point, Ellie. This is why we have you here. And because you're very cute and you probably draw in a ton of viewers. Urbisk is an abandoned lab of an arcane wizard who died long ago. It hasn't been open for centuries, but stories say it conceals a coin of undeath accord. Why do you want it? It's a powerful token. Paying an undead creature with it forces them to do one's bidding. Okay. Okay, paying an undead creature with it forces one of them to do one's bidding. I will use it to redact it for spoilers. Huzzah! Fine, how do we get it? Here's what kept people away all this time, but you look like you can handle yourselves in battle. My crew won't fight, but they'll get you inside. Can I find a bit of magic to do the trick? I opened the way to abandon the wizard's lab, or my name is not Kenneth Fan. What we got today? You coming with? I will stay here and make preparations for our departure. I should come with undead occurs, then meet me at the docks. Ellie, I can't stop talking. There's no voice acting in this game. And besides, I need to talk about the game. I can't help it that my belly just moves around as I'm talking. Ellie, you gotta not dare step at me. No. I'm sorry. Wait. You're being a brat. Have some toys here to frickin' distract him with, but I don't. Why don't you go play for toys? I'll go find you a toy. I have a ton of them over here. Why don't you just play for them? Oh. Hi, John. Alright, Captain. I'm taking way too long to just... I'm running out of time to actually play the demo. Well, try to Kinefon join the cargo. We'll stay here and make preparations for our departure. Port Town and Brisk. Bring our dreams in the ocean. Look, I got a cart of goods, and the only sailors inside are pirates. Miscreants, I say. I will not be seen aligning ruffians. Please don't quote me on that. I gotta figure out how to actually get out of here and see the world map. That's what the demo gets for throwing me in the middle of a town. What are you looking for? New equipment? And there really should be an option to sell like equip right there and sell the stuff, the upgrade you just got. Okay. Okay, here we go. I think that's the. That's fishing lake. Oh, this looks very arcane. Yep, okay. By the door, but it seems I will only be able to lift it a few inches. Valtrade? 38. On your mark, pal. Let's see here, I need to show off more of my posters. Commence. Monday, hurry. That's what demolition is my middle name. Oh, that's what you get, you old ruin. That's one way to do it. A job well done, mateys. Better let the captain know what part of the mission was a success. I may have probably crew for now. These ruins are fascinating to me. Sure hurt to have a mage around. I'll prove to be a valuable companion, for my name is... Or my name is... Why did I say for my name? For my name is not Kenafan! Even though it says my name is Kenafan. No, or my name is not Kenafan. How about your way then? Coming, Valtrade? Alright, good looking there. I like some anime. I mean, I guess no one likes all anime, but... I mean, I suppose there's someone who likes every anime they've ever seen, but... My, what an improbable place. Look at this device. I wonder what it does. Actually, there is one anime poster in the background right there, which you probably can't see very clearly. That's Studio Ghibli. Then off to the side, we have me and my mom's favorite anime, Spy Family. There's a lot to take in. Why don't you explore a bit? Press X for your Mistral bracelet to release bursts of wind. You can push blocks. And hop up there. Found one-time green crystal. Based on old scriptures, you should be able to Mix the light from different crystals to open new paths. Quite fascinating. Oh, we can save the game here. There's how to play. Or the traversal, okay. So we just have a... Rather than even a tutorial, it's just... Now, rather than doing this, there should be a freaking tutorial house. Survival? Or save points? I'm sure I have that many more anime things. I can't really like show off. I mean, there's like another Ghibli, like all the way on the far is a house building castle. Thing I got from a con. Like this is all con stuff I've gotten from cons. This is Critical Role, or Legend of the Vox Machina. This is particularly Critical Role only, but we have Final Fantasy VII up there. Breath of the Wild. I think most of my anime stuff is just on this wall in particular. Actually, there's... Let me see here. Can I actually... It's probably not... It's probably behind a shelf. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. I have a Christmas tree that I have up all year. Yeah, it's the light washes out. There's a Yumi Hamasaki poster of her like in the Gokuki. I wonder if I should leave it here because it is like almost midnight now. Like I should know the demo would be longer than an hour, or at least take me longer than an hour to. It should be late, but it's inactive right now. Okay. That's neat. I can't hit both targets in this configuration. Resistant. Whoa! That's a rather, I have a lot of MP at this point in the game. Yeah, they don't give me a chance to heal them, although I probably could use an item. To have, like, a Phoenix down? Nope, I have a bunch of actual healing items, but no... Oh, that sucks. Does MP, like, restore over time? I guess HP restores a little bit after the end of a battle. Okay. It's a bit like Chrono Trigger, only I think kind of a bit more lenient. I think downed enemies get revived at 1 HP. I think in Chrono Trigger. It's been about maybe a year and a half since I played Chrono Trigger, so. Hmm. Okay, so very Stick of Trophy. I'm just gonna say that because that's the one I'm most familiar with. Is this from the game? Yeah, I guess. Interesting, we're hearing birds tweeting from inside whatever this is. The blue crystal. I think that's all. If I'm... Oh, okay. That could be used to recover HP and MP. Campfire could be used to cook more snacks. Carry limit 10. There's a carry limit. Little challenges into your preference. Check out the relics panel for ways to adjust your experience. Motivation and pause menus how to play section. Amulet of Storytelling. Oh. Okay. So these are literally like difficulty sliders, or I don't know, like they're difficulty options. So if you want to just experience the story, it will help you a little bit. Remember those preferring stronger feedback? Okay, that's very weirdly worded. I guess this is a. I'm assuming this means, so like this is a cheat that's on the internet, or a cheat, or whatever you want to think of it as, like a buff maybe, accessibility feature, I suppose could be another way of putting it. This is like a good way of demonstrating how I review games, because or critique in this case, because this is interaction. Basically, this is interaction difficulty setting oriented, because it adds, it increases your hit points and automatically heals you at the end of each combat. This is information. It gives you more. It literally gives you more information about how well you're timing your hits. I have no idea what those little icons mean. I probably could find out or what these things are that fall out of the enemies. If there's kind of an ATV thing going on here. I'm wondering if there's a tutorial house in the game and we just don't have it in the demo. I should probably put that relic on. Huh. Yeah, I'm kind of sucking at this. Granted, I'd have time to actually, like, grind for experience. Oh, get back up, okay. Hey, that just sort of MP, not their HP. Dang it. I need to pay more attention. Oh, this restores everyone's HP. Okay. Yeah, there should just be a quick save feature. Like, having limited save points, I mean, is kind of a gameplay feature. Like, there's kind of... I don't know, like, I think I discussed the concept of save points in other games. Let's go ahead and activate these. Okay, I don't know how to use that. seems to be the squishiest, so that isn't helping a whole lot. Okay. That's interesting. Been quite enjoying the game overall. So far. Granted, like, the nature of a demo is also kind of hurting it a little bit because it's kind of skipping around the story a bit. So, like, I have no idea who these characters are. I have no idea what they're doing or why they're doing it. And I'm not invested. And I'm not really sure why the demo is skipping around in the story like this. Beyond maybe them wanting to showcase certain things. I mean, if the early part of the game is designed well enough, then it should... Like, intro of a game is very important. So, why not showcase the intro of the game? If you're not confident in how the intro of your game is structured, then that's not really... a good sign, I guess. I mean, I'm not sure if, like, I'm probably being very presumptuous about that, but, huh. Oh, we have combo. Those are dual text, I'm assuming. I even noticed that before. Maybe we don't have enough MP4, or... Not sure what this boost thing is doing. Okay. I don't know what that was I'm doing here, but... Yeah, I'm not sure. Level up. Okay. There's some choices here. I don't know about these characters to make decisions about what to do with their builds. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the interim and save and then call it. I don't know if I'm gonna continue this or not. My current tentative plan is to maybe do I mean, I have a few options, I guess. I have several options. I have tons of options. Um, but like for something that I can just sort of pick up and play for a while, and then you know, put down when Baldur's Gate 3 comes out. What I'm kind of leaning toward is Deus Ex Human Revolution Director's Cut for Wii U. Um, because I played it before. I'm fairly confident that I probably won't be able to beat it like in a week, but like I would feel personally comfortable just picking it up, putting it down when Ellie, I'm sorry, I'm going to bed after this, okay? We don't have time to cuddle, okay? Um um there's also Animal Crossing Wild World. Though I considered the possibility of just playing emulated New Leaf. Uh, I feel like New Leaf is kind of the ultimate of the original Animal Crossing games. Um, it's actually kind of my favorite, at least by memory. It's also interesting how my favorite, like both my favorite Mario Kart and my favorite Animal Crossing are on the 3DS. Oh, like I can definitely express why New Leaf I like New Leaf a little bit more than New Horizons. Like versus Mario Kart 7 versus Mario Kart 8. Like I think Mario Kart 7 is just kind of is this the camp system? Okay. We could see the camp system. Um I think like Mario Kart 7 just feels like a more like it's less polished in some ways, so I feel like it allows like the item distribution is a bit more is maybe less polished and or less rigid. Maybe it is because the problem with 8 is that like I'm kind of too good at 100cc and not good enough at 150cc. Um, in some ways, like maybe even too good at 150cc to the point where, like I feel like certain items are like reserved, like the bullet bill, for example, seems to be reserved for someone who is in like very near dead last. So if I rarely find myself in a situation where I am dead last, then I don't get to experience that power up. I don't know. I sure, but like New Leaf is like the thing is New Leaf is it's just all the things. Like New Horizons felt like it took several steps back to like add a new concept and new ideas to the series, and whereas New Leaf is like just an evolution of what came before, and everything I like about Animal Crossing. But you know the thing about Animal Crossing is that I have like no idea how well it's gonna work as a stream game. Like I know it's something that I could pick up, play, and put down when I get to Baldur's Gate 3. The thing is, am I gonna be able to do an extended stream out of it? Because a lot of times, especially early game, there just isn't a whole lot to do, and I had to like actually change the clock to progress to the next day. I'm not sure. I'm imagining it. I'll have to like look at the Citra emulator, for example, um, to get a good idea of uh, how easy or difficult it is to change the system date. Um, but anyway, it's getting late, so I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, maybe later. Doesn't warn me that the progress may be lost. So yeah, like it shows some promise. Uh, I probably look at like actual reviews of Sea of Stars before I actually like, commit to buying it. Um, Also, I already own Cosmic Star Hero when I haven't actually like played it all the way through or given it the potential as it needs to. That's another like Chrono Trigger like um, JRPG ish. I mean, we probably do like need a better term than JRPG because like, what do you call a game in the JRPG style that's developed in the West, or a game developed like by like Square Enix, for example, that has more of a Western RPG feel. Also, as far as the I mentioned yesterday about they're changing the siding for our apartment complex. Currently, they are maybe I don't know how far along they are. They're working on the apartment complex across the particular or the building. Um, yeah, it's that way. First, And last I checked, they were working on like the shorter side of the building. So, but that was like this mid afternoon. Um, so I have no idea where they are. I don't think they've started on my building yet. Um, so I have. I mean, I imagine they'll probably like the time I usually stream, which is in the evening. Um, it will. They'll probably be done, or like for the day. So it may not really be much of an issue. It'll probably be an issue on Thursday, and I imagine they might actually be working on my building around Thursday. So, because I have a day off, but I try to stream during it today. NVIDIA broadcast might filter out the noise for you guys, but it's not going to filter it out for me. Um, I have been like another possibility I've been considering is just not streaming until Baldur's Gate 3 comes out. Just giving myself a break, which I've been doing off and on. It would just be a planned break. I prefer not to, just because I can run into a slump. Although, I don't know. I'll probably. I already have a title card set up for Human Revolution, so that's probably what I'm gonna go with. Anyway, enough about that. It's 12:30 now. So there's a bunch of things you can do. It'll take a few seconds of your time, as well as some other things that are a little more involved. But of course, all of that is completely up to you. And regardless of any of that, I thank you very much for